Good evening, viewers. Brethren of Miracle Open Bible. I'm Elder Howard Irons, and I'll be your Bible study presenter for the month of May 2019. I've not seen many of you for a long time. I just want to say hello. I'll pray for you. I'll continue to pray for you, brethren, and ask God's blessing and guidance upon you. As you know, we are under curfew and lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And as such, we need to take every precaution to remain safe and alive. Let's just say hello, a shout out to our Pastor Walters and Pastor Davis Gibbs. May the Lord continue to keep you and your families as you continue to keep us in contact. Brethren, I pray that God will continue to keep us safe in His arms. Alright? And bless us and provide for us continually. For the month of May, we're looking at the topic, who is God? Who is God? The main areas we'll be focusing on is the various beliefs about how life and the universe started. We'll be looking at also the various beliefs of whether there is one God, more than one God, or no God. 3. Defining who is God, His attributes and His characteristics, and why is He God? What are His relationships looking at the Trinity? The names of God, His requirement, 6 and last, His requirement of man to be saved and to be with Him. This teaching, brethren, and our study is geared towards helping us to have a better understanding of who is God, how are we identified with Him, and to give us confidence in our daily walk. Now, questions you might have, brethren, can send it to the address on the screen, and I will try to answer them as best as I can in the next sessions. Now let us pray. Father, we give you thanks for your love, for your mercies, for keeping us secure, O God. We pray, O God, that there will be no life lost, O God. No further loss due to this pandemic, O God. We pray, O God, that you will cover us. God, there is so much fear, but we trust in you today that you'll cover us and keep us. As we do this month of studies, Lord, we pray, open our mind and our thoughts to receive, oh God, whatever you have to teach us, and that we live by it and believing in it, oh God, believing in you and trusting in you. Until we ask to provide for us. For those who are sick among us, we pray for your healing and deliverance and restoration. Lord, we pray for the poor, widows, and orphans, that you bless and provide for them. Those in need, we pray you provide. We tell you thanks, oh God, for everything you're about to do and teach us. In Jesus' name we pray. And I'll say amen. Now, the topic, brethren, who is God? There are various beliefs about how life and the universe began. We'll be looking at 3 main beliefs. We're looking at evolution, the Big Bang Theory, and creation. And the topic and the belief about evolution. Evolution, they say, the theory of evolution was by natural selection. Right? This was formulated by Darwin in a book named On the Origin of Species in 1859. And it is that he said it's by a process which is organisms change over time as a result of their irritable physical and behavioral traits. So the changes would allow an organism to better adapt to its environment and help it to survive and have more offspring. Hmm? Let me say that again. He stated that the changes that allowed an organism to better adapt to its environment will help it to do what? Survive and to have more offspring. So that's what Darwin's theory of evolution is. He gave us an example. He said, he looked at the American black bear, and he said, this black bear would normally swim in the river and open his mouth and catch insects. And what he's saying is that over time, by doing this, the black bear mouth would become larger and larger till the creature was produced as a monster, such as a whale. He speculated. So he had said, he said, yes, he identified that the black bear may become a whale, but the black bear can become something else also. Could be a dolphin. It could be anything. So based on what he said, it will not just be specific to a whale, but it could become something else. So that's the whole essence of evolution. That a bear, in its natural habitat and what it did and its structural makeup, could become something else over time. There's also in the article that, let's read a little of what he said. I can see no difficulty in a race of a bear being rendered by natural selection more aquatic in their structure and habits, with large and larger mouths, till a creature was produced as monstrous as a whale. So he speculated. A little reading says the idea didn't go over well with the public, and Darwin was embarrassed by the ridicule he received. And what he did, he took out the passage about the swimming bear. Scientists who came after him said Darwin was on the right path, but the wrong animal. Instead of looking at a bear, you should have instead be looking at a cow or a hippopotamus. Brethren, imagine a bear or a hippopotamus or a cow becoming a whale. What is your belief, brethren? He's only looking at that aspect. I will ask a question. A dolphin coming on this shore could become what? A crocodile? An alligator? Sometimes the dolphin will swim onto land, and just come to the edge. So by doing that, it will change its structure. Its structure will change and become a crocodile. What are your thoughts on this, brethren? What do you say? Now look at the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is that the universe began as a very small singularity, a very small piece of, let's say, rock out of very small, and was inflated over 13.8 billion years. So a little tiny thing over time over 13.8 billion years, would develop into this vast cosmic universe that we see today, and life would begin. Based on their theory, brethren, it would be fair to assume then that this inflation is still taking place. It would be fair to say that this expansion or this inflation is still taking place. Mind you, brethren, don't be confused. The Big Bang Theory they are saying is not about there was an explosion. What they are saying is that a small singularity, whatever that is, was inflated over some 13.8 billion years to become the vast cosmos that we see, the vast universe that we see today. That's the basic theory that they are using. Do you believe this, brethren? For example, let us use a small balloon. You know those little balloons that you buy? And when you blow it up, it becomes, when you inflate it, becomes big. That's how something like that they are saying, brethren. Out of that came the vast universe and life that we see today. What is your belief, brethren? We'll explore it tonight, brethren, this evening. Now, creation theory is that life and the universe and life form was created by God out of nothing. What is that? Creation is the belief that the universe and the various forms of life were created by God out of nothing. Ex nihilo, out of nothing. Ex nihilo, God created all things out of nothing. Ex nihilo is spelled E-X-N-I-H-I-L-O. Ex nihilo, created out of nothing. God created the universe and life out of nothing. Based on this highlight that I've given, brethren, we must now ask the question, which theory is true in your views? Which theory? Is it evolution that is true? Or is it Big Bang theory? Or is it creation by God? Which is true? If you said creation by God, you are correct. Why? The mere fact that evolution and the Big Bang theory was based on that matter, there's something existing. Remember what we said? In creation, God created the universe and life form out of nothing. What evolution and Big Bang theory is saying that there was something. And that would lead us to question, where did this something come from? Where did this life form come from? That is the question. Evolution said there was bears, and there was cows, and there was hippopotamus. Big Bang theory said there was small singularity. So there was something for there to come, because if you don't have anything, what scientists and astrologers are saying, you have to have something. But God creation was out of nothing. And that is what, for those who don't believe in God, is saying, because I don't believe that that is possible. But we know, brethren, that nothing is impossible with God. And so when God in Genesis, open the Bible to Genesis 1. Hmm? Evolution talks about time, and the Big Bang Theory, both of them talk about time. Both of them talk about matter and life form over time. But they cannot say where it started, brethren. The question is, when was it started? Who did it? Who created it? Hmm? When you look in Genesis, look into Genesis. Let us look to Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. And what Genesis 1, verse 1 says, in the beginning, brethren, time. In the beginning, time, God created. Who created? God. Identifying that someone created it. Created what? Heaven, space, and the earth, matter. So it tells us there who created it, when it was created, what was created. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. It didn't leave us to ask question of this thing was there. Who put it there? Brethren, this evening we are saying the person who created, who started all this, who created the universe and life is who we call God. God created the heavens and the earth and life. This is who created out of nothing. Ex nihilo. God created all things out of nothing. This is what we have to believe today, tonight, this evening, brethren, that all things was created by God out of nothing. And the source of our information is the Bible. No man can question. For you to question what God has put in the word, in his word, you have to have something else to come. But with science, with man, there's no explanation. God gave us the answer, brethren, that he started it in the beginning. He was the creator of it, not man. Not man who looks and see what is there and take praise for himself. No, it was God who created it. Let's look in Genesis a little further, it says. Let's go back to verse 1. In the beginning, God created. Who created? God. What time? In the beginning. He created the heavens, space, and the earth, matter. And verse 2 says, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And what? God's Spirit, the Spirit of God, moved upon the face of the waters. It tells you the waters. There and then. And in evolution, it talks about over some 13, in the Big Bang Theory, pardon me, it talks about some 13.8 billion years. In this book, the Bible, the manual, it says God created everything in 6 days and he rested on the 7th day. Big Bang Theory and evolution cannot give you an exact time. It's an estimated time. This Bible, this manual of creation and life, the guide to life and how creation came about, the universe, is a manual, and it tells us how we should look after it, how to repair it, brethren, how to do look about it. It didn't even say create it, but it tells us how to look about it, how to be mindful of it, how we should live. It tells us everything about ourselves, tells us everything about the earth, and how we should look after it. In the garden, it told Adam how to keep the garden. Hmm? So the Bible tells us how we were created, how the universe was created, and it tells us how to look after it, brethren. Hmm? Evolution does not tell us that. Big Bang Theory don't tell us that. This evening, brethren, we're saying that the person who created the universe and life is who we call God. God created all things out of nothing, ex nihilo, out of nothing. He is the creator of all things. Who is God? He's the creator, the decision of all things. And this, brethren, is what we have to build up and keep. Because when we look into this, it tells us about our lives and how we should walk, what we should do. Because if we don't do it, the purpose of why He created us will not be fulfilled. Brethren, God has given us life, and the Bible is there as proof to us of how we should walk, how we should talk, how we should be mindful and maintain what He has given us. And so this evening we want to understand that in our walking we understand with confidence. Don't look at the papers or the scientists coming to us. No matter where we go, brethren, scientists cannot tell us anything else, because the question we must say to them, or we must say to them, is where did it all come from? Where did it all begin? They will say it began with cow swimming in river. We say, but where did the cow come from? They will say that is a singularity, a small singularity over time inflated. The question you ask is, who started it? Brethren, let us not fool ourselves. Let us not waver this evening. What we are saying, God created all things, created the universe. Before there was darkness. In Genesis 1 verse 3 says, and God said, let there be light. And there was light out of nothing. In verse 4 it says, and God saw that the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So God created everything and everything in 6 days. In 6 days, brethren. So when a scientist come to you and said there was cow and how evolution started everything, he said, who made the cow? Ask the question, brethren. Who made the cow? Who made the universe? They cannot answer us, brethren. They cannot answer us. Science is good because they can develop things because God allowed them to. God allowed man to do things, to create things. Mm? But to create things, brethren, it has to be done by what is already there. It has to be done by what is already there. We man is limited by time, space, and matter. God is not limited by that. So for man to create, he has to have time, he has to have space, and he has to have matter. If he doesn't have those things, he cannot create. God creates out of nothing. And this is what we want to leave with tonight, brethren. That man is limited to time, space, and matter. God is not. God can create things out of nothing. God is the creator of all things. So I leave us with this simple truth, this great truth about how we were created, how the universe was created. That God, person we call God, created the universe and life. The creator of the universe and life is God. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And this is the truth on which we stand. That is not evolution, and it's not the Big Bang Theory, as man would want to say. So let us walk in the confidence, knowing and trusting God, our provider, our healer, our creator. That he is the giver of life. Let us read Genesis 1 in its entirety, brethren. In its entirety. Because the study for the rest of the month will be based on this. Bless God for you this evening. I thank you for taking the time to just hear and to be part of this study. And I bid you until we come again, until we meet next week. Meet next week to explore further, to look at the different areas. So now we can say with confidence that our belief that the universe and life started by God, and it wasn't by anything else. It wasn't by chance, it wasn't by accident. Who is God? That's our topic. Come next week, let us explore further as we will be looking into some other areas of who God is and how He's the creator of everything and the universe. I say God bless you and see you next week.